Hello everyone, this is my 5th week in lockdown and I must admit it's been a tough week. Normally I've been recording these videos and putting them out in the middle of the week, but I just had no energy to do it or any inspiration about what to bring. And I realise I've been focusing on the negative. I spoke to someone yesterday who said they've stopped watching the news because it just makes them so depressed. And it is so easy to focus in on our fears and our concerns and our worries. And so this morning I gave myself the task of thinking of 10 things that are positive about this current situation. And I wouldn't allow myself to do anything else until I'd come up with 10. To start with, it was difficult, but then by the end it became much easier. And I would encourage you, why don't you try to do the same? And in fact, you may want to just stop listening to the video now and go and do that. Although you may want to be interested in what my 10 were, in which case, here they are. In the order that they came to me, the first one was a realization I am learning more technology. Yesterday, for the first time, I learned how to upload a video onto YouTube rather than having someone else having to do it for me. Although it pales into insignificance compared to my 6-year-old grandson who phoned me up yesterday on a conference call on FaceTime, which I can't do, and I was there in a conference call with some of his school friends, other members of the family, which he'd worked out how to do it on his mum's phone without anyone else knowing. I then checked with his dad and he didn't know he'd even done it and certainly wouldn't know how to do it himself. So I and others am learning so much more about technology. The second thing that I came up with was community spirit. Last night, I, with many others, were out there clapping at 8 o'clock. And our street is not the most friendly street, but there are numbers of families now every Thursday coming out clapping. And we're beginning to talk to each other. And we've agreed, a number of us families, when this all finishes, we're going to have a party in the street. Only going to invite those who came out clapping. But we're getting to know each other. Community spirit is taking over. Third thing is fitness. I and many others are getting fitter. My wife Anne is going out for a daily walk. She's probably the fittest she's been for I don't know how long. And there's so many more people out running and walking. The whole nation is getting fitter through this. And then very personally, I felt the challenge of relying on God alone rather than God and realizing that actually I have faith in God, but it's usually faith and all sorts of different things. Number 5, I'm starting the day every day during the week praying with other people. At 9:30, up to 30 or more of us gather for half an hour on Zoom and we pray together, and it's a fantastic start to the day. I pray by myself and spend time with God myself, but I've really enjoyed praying with other people every day. Number 6, got to work out my fingers now. Number 6, drawing closer to family. Grasping what is important, having regular contact with family, even though you can't be with them. And it does say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And you realise how much you take those things for granted. So it's just good to appreciate family more. 7, no one's talking about Brexit. Wow. And then I don't have to go shopping. I haven't been shopping for weeks, and that's a positive for me. I appreciate my wife more than ever. Her support, her care, her creativity. She's been cooking, even when we couldn't get much in the shops. She was so creative, and I've ate so well. I don't need to go out to eat because I've got such a wonderful wife who I appreciate now more than ever before. I appreciate my home. You take it for granted, but actually I've got a nice home and nice surroundings, which leads me on to realise actually I've started to appreciate small things, things that I just take for granted. Friends, nature, just being in Luton and the joys of the countryside around Luton. And so if you've counted, you realise I've come up with far more than 10. And it didn't take long. And I'll just encourage you, stop focusing just on the negative, but give yourself the task. Come up with at least 10 positive things that you can appreciate about this current situation. God bless. Goodbye.